The Christmas Hotel by Johnny Love. Chapter 8. Germany, Day 4.
Well, hello there.
Harry looked up from the book he was reading and grinned at Draco, who walked inside and was whistled at by Daniela. Margarete sniggered and said something in French that had Jacques laughing, though Harry sadly missed it. Draco winked at the three guests to the side.
Always happy to be welcomed like that by the guests, gotta say.
The newly arrival from Switzerland laughed lightly and shook her head. Is this place always crazy like this?
Oh, yeah,
Jacques and Daniela said at the same time while Draco rolled its eyes. The Slytherin stopped in front of Harry.
Hey, darling, are you doing something today?
Harry smirked.
I don't believe I've made plans so far, no. Want to go on another date, then? I've got the afternoon free. And Matthew won't be overwhelmed in the kitchen? Harry asked with a grin.
Instead of Draco, Margarete answered. No, Walter and his family are making traditional Austrian food, whatever that will be then.
Draco smirked. If he would have been in over his head, you wouldn't have come with me? I would have thought twice about it, but since he's cared off, I will agree to come with you. I feel so lucky,
Draco said dryly, which had the woman snicker at the table. Harry laughed and got up to follow him out of the hotel, not before stopping in his room and getting his winter jacket. The blonde wizard then led him slightly away from the city to a barn where Harry could soon hear music and people laughing. They walked closer and Harry found a huge indoor ice skating area. He stopped and stared at Draco.
Is this ice skating? Yeah. Why? I don't know, he admitted and blushed slightly. I'm not sure I can do this. Draco chuckled. As the boy who lived, my dear, you should be able to do anything, right? That's what everyone else thinks. You do too? Oh, every day, Draco smirked and held out his hand. I'll teach you. Harry rolled his eyes. Of course you know how it works. I'm sure I could just tell you a random hobby and you'd tell me you can do it.
Draco laughed and grabbed Harry's hand.
First of all, no. I can't do whatever you'll tell me. And secondly, even children can ice skate. And last but not least, people called me the Ice Prince in school. You can bet I did whatever I could think of to maintain that status.
Harry wasn't convinced.
Darling, I know you can do it.
And so he let Draco pull him into the main area to pay for everything. The blonde wizard did promise to help him out, should he need to, but apparently he was sure that Harry could do it on his own. Harry couldn't. Even if he wanted to be as graceful as Draco made it look, he had fallen at least 10 times, and the last time he just decided to stay down. Draco stopped next to him, laughing.
Come on, up you get. Nope, Harry shook his head. I'm going to fall again. At least let me have some kind of a break. In the middle of the ice skating ring? Yes.
Draco laughed and held out his hand.
Come on, darling.
He shook his head, but Draco winked at him.
You look like a 3-year-old.
Harry sighed.
If you buy me hot chocolate afterwards, I'll try again.
So we're using the tactics of a 3-year-old too now? The Slytherin asked, clearly amused.
I'll even let you stay up late tonight.
Harry raised an eyebrow.
How am I supposed to understand that now, Draco? As an adult, I feel really conflicted about that sentence. Well then, think about it however you want.
The other wizard winked at him.
I'm not sure our relationship is at the state where a sleepover is a good idea.
Draco laughed, and Harry finally accepted his help and got to his feet again.
People do have one-night stands, Harry, you know.
Yeah, he shook his head.
But I don't want to have a relationship based on sex. So if that's something you want, maybe it's time to go our separate ways again.
He really hoped that Draco would do that, because despite how cold or cool he sounded, he did actually like the Slytherin very much. The blonde wizard led him securely to the next exit, and then they headed back to the locker room to change their shoes.
Harry, I would be a fool to let you go now, Draco said with a grin. So let's get some hot chocolate into you and watch a movie together. I do have to warn you that I'll have to get up early tomorrow again, so no fooling around.
Snorting, Harry rolled his eyes.
Aye, Captain.
When Draco looked at him with a raised eyebrow, he winked at him. "Sounds like a nice end to a disastrous date." Miss Slytherin rolled his eyes again. "It wasn't a disaster, Golden Boy. You're just too comfortable in being able to do anything. It should be a humbling experience to fail." "You know what?" Harry said with a grin as he got his normal shoes on again. "I think my next career choice is doing ice skating. At least here it will take me a few months to get into it." "Try years," Draco joked and laughed as Harry threw him a dark glare. In the end, they got some hot chocolate and walked back to the Christmas hotel, where they settled in for a Christmas movie marathon for however long Draco could stay awake. That sounded like a nice date afternoon and night to Harry.